There is a genetic predisposition to alcoholism. Doctors have known the connection for years. In fact, 6 years ago when I was researching my first book, the evidence was clear on the genetics part of it, even if the picture wasn't as clear on heredity. The Human Genome Project shed light specifically on which genes are flawed in alcoholics. Chromosomes 4q and 11, for example, have been indicated. But just because a person has a genetic predisposition doesn't mean they're drinkers dying for a drink or alcoholics dying from one. There are millions of Americans with flawed chromosomes who either choose abstinence after finding out the hard way that they have the flawed chromosome, or they don't even know it because they don't drink alcohol. You cannot have the disease of alcoholism without having exposure to alcohol. Now, beyond genetics, there are other factors. Two of the most important ones are environment and culture. Environment means the surroundings in which they grew up in. In my case, every family gathering we have, birthdays, holidays, Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, etc., included alcohol. And my father would come home from work and pop open an ice cold can of PBR. That's how a man finished his day. Other children grow up in an environment where they see mom having a glass of wine to calm down or relieve stress, and they learn in that environment that that's what you do to relieve stress. What is meant by culture, on the other hand, is when we're bombarded by advertisements and social situations that glorify the feel-good part of this drug. It's the cultural norm in the U.S. and many countries to drink socially, and abstinence is considered abnormal and stigmatized. The point is, genetics don't put the bottle in your hand. Your parents don't put the bottle in your hand. Your friends and coworkers don't put the bottle in your hand. Whether you have the disease of alcoholism or just don't want to find out if you do, don't take the first drink. And if you're drinking, why take the next one? I think of bucking the environmental and cultural thing, the influences that they hold, like this. Fold your arms in front of you. Do what feels natural. Now reverse it, put the opposite hand in front, and this feels unnatural. It feels unnatural for a while, but it's worth it. I'm Scott Stevens. That's the Sobriety 60.